Hi guys, so today I'm going to try out this Tonic Craft Kit number 36. It is the new one that will be shipping in October. So if you were to sign up in September, you'll be getting the October box. And this was sent free of charge for my review from Tonic. So all opinions are my own. So thank you so much, Tonic, for sending this kit in. And any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase any items through those links. So thank you guys. So you saw number 35, and 35 is the September box, but you had to have ordered it basically if you were starting up new in August to get that September box. If you're already signed up, obviously you're going to get your monthly box, as it comes. But if you are signing up brand new this month, you will get the October box, which is this box here, okay? So they do have a few different options. Again, you can do a one-off where you just want the kit, you're going to get it now, or when it launches in October, but you just want the one. Or you can sign up with your monthly membership, and that's every month, you're taking out on your card the price of the box, and it'll be shipped to you just after the beginning of the month. And then there's a quarterly option, which is, there's some savings there with the shipping and with the price of the box, so you can check that out if that's something you want to do. Was there anything else I wanted to say about that? I guess not. I thought something popped in my head, but I'm like, okay. So let's look and see what is in the box. I did see a little bit of a sneak peek through Tonic themselves on their YouTube site, so you can check that out. So what happens is they send a binder like this, not every month, but every, I would say, probably a few months, because it looks like it holds a few of their kits. So I'll show you that in just a minute. So a nice little sturdy, really cute binder. In this month, or at least this one, to be honest, I'm not sure that was in the box and that's what was there, so I don't want to speak and say it's going to be there and maybe for you it's not. I don't know how they do this, but that was there. And then we have the dies, and there's a pack of embellishments here. It always comes with a cute little sticker, so we have our little sticker, love, peace, joy. So if you can see, it's red and gold. I see a lot of red and gold paper here, so we'll get to that in just a second. These are going to be our embellishments, and I'm just going to go through them. Oh, how cute. As they go, I'll just reach in here. So we have some washi tapes, and really kind of pinkish, kind of Christmassy, but a little bit more pink in tone. Lots of those. We have, a little Nouveau Glacier Paste. That is so cool, because I have the embellishment mousse. I don't believe I have any Glacier Paste yet. So this is a little cute one, and the color is Golden Era is what it looks like, and it looks very glittery and gold. We have some Nouveau glitter accents. So these are kind of like Nouveau drops, but they just have glitter in them. You can see that. And the color Aztec Gold, and this is a good size. Oh, the Aztec Gold's so pretty. It's a little deeper tone. Let's see here. Just put that to the side because there was two of them, and then that might have been a little oopsie, I don't know, but I have two of the glitter golds here, or the gold glitters. This is a Nouveau Aqua Shimmer pen here. It says it gives a shimmer effect, add a subtle rose gold shimmer effect, and so we will definitely try this out because I have not used these before. I'll open it up just so we can check that out. And then it does have some glitter, and these are some ultra fine glitters, like I said. So every month they have like a set of 4 of them that kind of coordinate with what's going on, and they'll send you 2, so at random. So I have the antique copper, pure sheen glitter, and the olive green. Oh, that's so pretty. And that's what was in the embellishment box. And then we have the monthly curated craft projects. It says number 36 in here. And these are our dies, which of course is what we're looking for, isn't it? So this time around, we are making like a, kind of like a gift box. It looks like a little, just kind of a cool shape, as you can tell here. It kind of bends back a little bit. So obviously we're going to make this in just a second, so you'll see exactly what it looks like. And you probably have seen in the picture and the intro. So again, I believe this set is called Nordic Bauble, something like that. And so there are different ways to use this, but I'm going to use it in the traditional way of what they meant for, cutting it out, adding the layers. And again, it is very Christmassy. And like this layer here, if you want to cut that in, you have all these different pieces. This one looks more like a poinsettia, but you can probably use this one all year round. So if you wanted to use this in different ways without the very Christmassy cut-ins, then you can do that. Just use your little box and you still have a little something decorative you can add there. And on the other side, we have, you know, your cutout for this middle section, or, you know, saying for your blackout if you want to use it, however you want to use these guys, because obviously there's lots of ways to mix and match. The little inserts that are adorable with the little deer, I think that is really cute, reindeer, and that can cut into these edges here, however you want to work that. Again, the blackout for this shape here, you have the two different ones for that part. And in the center here, it's I'm not going to cut this out, but you can cut out different little words, you can pair those up, you can do all kinds of stuff. There's tags in here. Another one of the like kind of poinsettia inspired cut-ins here. And then these little guys. Oh, how cute are those? Again, this one's with the ornaments. This one has a little deer. Super cute. Okay. And then of course we have our bases for all those different die cuts. And then we have our stamp set. I'll try and put it right here. Love, peace, joy, just like that sticker shows there. Joy from, of course, we have our to, merry and bright, cute little, just kind of like background things. The words winter, merry, Christmas, wishes, cheer, little star, really cute little stamp set. I like the little heart there and the snowflakes. And what's really great here is lots of paper. Okay, so I'm going to show you all this. I'm assuming that I don't, this is a good amount of paper. Let's see here. We have the Welsh Gold glitter card. Look at that. Looks really pretty. Reminds me of a lot of that Aztec drops there. The specialty paper and the ruby gemstone. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is handcrafted cotton papers. It feels amazing. This feels really cool. They have the best specialty papers, and that's what I heard from you guys, and yeah, I've seen that. We have the honey gold mirror card. It looks like this one might be matte, yeah, satin effect mirror card. And there's several pages of each, as you can see as I'm showing you there. Crimson silk specialty card. This feels very nice. 230 GSM paper. It has a cool, like, kind of linen, well, like silk, yeah, and look to it. That's a really pretty color. This one's golden satin, A4, again, luxury embossed cards. So this one isn't A4. I know some papers are A2, but that might just be the cardstock. So this is a specialty paper. It's a little bit different, especially here in the U.S. I don't know how they changed that up, but look at that, so pretty. The red velvet pearlescent card, so pretty. Nice and thick cards. I don't know if you're reading the weights there. Ooh, look at this one. Firestone red. Oh my gosh, we're going to have to use this today. Iridescent mirror card. Look at that blue tone it gives. This stuff is thick. I was like, it's 5, but it feels very thick. And then a tan brown classic card and the weave texture. So you can see that. So it's basically like the linen, like that. It has a little texture on it. Okay, so I'm going to put some of these things aside, decide what I'm going to cut out first, and then we'll get to it. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and make the bag really kind of opulent looking with the colors that I chose here, because I really want to use that red, Firestone red, and I think they had an example with the Firestone red in the background, like the actual bag or gift box being made from it. So I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to use the mirror gold, the mirror card, the matte mirror, as the accent pieces on top. So I'm going to put this to the side for right now. I did open up the packages, so the plastic, carry-on sheet is off of that. So I do want to show you really quickly the measurements of this, so if you have any machine, you know that it'll work. This is about 8 inches long, but what's really great is that the width is, for the actual whole metal die to go through, is about 4 1/4. And so this will fit through a lot of machines, including, I believe, let me see here, the marquee, just from side to side. So a lot of the smaller machines will still accommodate this. And again, when you think about it, when they package these, they make them to fit inside your folder here. So if that gives you an idea of how large the dies are normally. So let me put that to the side. What I'm going to do is open this up. I'm going to take just this guy. And I'm going to run it through twice, so I have 2 of these cut out when I come back. Okay. Sometimes if you're using a smaller machine, you might have to do the thing where you run it through and then run through the excess that was still sticking out. That's just what I did with the marquee, and no problem. Look how nicely that cuts. And the score lines are really nicely etched here. Look how pretty that is. I know it might be hard to see on the camera because it's very reflective. So I'm going to go ahead and train it just so that when we go to stick this down, I'm not doing that later. So I'm just going to basically make it look like a wedge of cake here. Okay, and then get that tab. I'll lay it down. The paper's nice and thick, so it really takes the score marks really well. And then it just responds. So, as you can see, it's going to be something like this. Sorry about that. But you can also make it into more of a cake slice looking thing if you wanted to do that. And you'd have to just cut these pieces in such a way, and then you'd use 2 of these guys and basically layer them together, okay? If you wanted that. But for now, it's more of a 3D kind of cool shape. Okay. So I am going to use a wet glue because I like the way wet glue holds up after time, but that does mean you have to be patient with it right now. Like, I'm going to be careful with this so it doesn't slide all over the place. But a nice, really sturdy double-sided tape is really great too. I wouldn't just use like an adhesive runner because, especially with this one being as slick as it is, you want to make sure that you're getting that right. So I'm going to lay it down. I'm not going to move it too much because, again, I don't want that glue to seep out and make a mess. But if it does seep out, what you can do is just take a rag or a towel with a little bit of water, and it'll wipe right off because it's water based, you know, so it'll be very easy to clean up. But I would do it afterwards. Okay, because if you do it when it's wet, you're going to spread it more and more, and then you have to clean that up. So that's pretty good. I'm going to hold this down until it sticks real well, it's almost dry, and I'll be back. Okay, I think we're good to go. So as we're closing this up, I think what we're going to have to do is get these guys tucked in too. So if it goes something like this, and I suppose you can tuck this one into this one if you want, but I'm just going to make it so it goes in between here and then under here. Okay. Again, I'm using a wet glue, so it's going to be a little more delicate a procedure. And I'm just going to put glue everywhere because actually we're going to have to use that at the bottom one since I put the glue there. So let's bring this guy over. Yeah. We only need glue on one of the tabs, so if you're going to start with that outer one, that's fine, but we're going to glue that guy down. And as I bring this over, so I'm going to hold it for a minute before I bring this glue, okay? So like I said, with this glue, and maybe I hadn't mentioned it here, the Deluxe adhesive dries really fast, or it sticks really fast. It does take a little bit longer when you have a glossy surface like this, but not too much longer. So I'm going to stick these 2 together. I already had glue on that. Just holding it for a little bit, but since I'm holding that, I might as well go ahead and pop this on over so we hold it all together at the same time. And again, if you're using, you know, a double-sided adhesive, it would stick faster because you're just going to stick it down. I'm going to massage that a little bit with some kind of tool. Here we go. Just anything that kind of reaches down there that helps me push those flaps together. And while that's drying, I'm also going to do this. Last little edge here. Again, not too much glue. I don't want it sopping all over the place, but I do want enough to hold it. And let's hold this guy. Just kind of, there we go. And if you want to take a tool and poke it in there just so you know that it's making better contact. This is just a letter opener. I'm just pushing it against that wall. All right, I'm going to hold this until it is pretty much dry. Okay, as I'm still holding it, just waiting for it to dry. It's a really pretty box. Really, really pretty. So I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to put some kind of weight, some pressure on the side here to keep it closed. Okay. So as we were working with this, actually, let me bring this back for a second. If you wanted to cut these things into the box itself, you could do that obviously as you're trimming the box pieces out. So you have your two little sides, or you have the center piece, however you want to do that. It's all there. But I'm going to go ahead and just do it more traditionally and cut some layers. So for the topper, I am going to trim out this guy. And let me see if this nestles in with it right now. If not, we'll do it separately, but it should. Okay. And I'm going to put some decoration on that. So I'm going to cut that out just like that. And when you do something like this, you definitely want to put lots of tape so that it does not move. And then I'm going to do the left and right pieces that adorn. I'm just going to decorate the front, but you can decorate all around if you would like. And we have the pieces for that. There's one here. And the other is here. I can probably get those all cut out at the same time. And then just nestle these guys in and tape it down real well. So I'm going to run these through. We also need one last piece. On that flap on the front, we have the decorative piece here. I will use the baubles because why not, to the ornaments here. And then the cut out for the back of the ornament. Now you can do this all different ways. You can layer this up and then cut out just another one that's outside of this. So then you have three colors, right? You have this topper one that's going to show through to the one that's in the background that's going to show, that's going to be on top of your box that's red. Or however you want to, there's lots of ways to mix and match these, but I'm just going to do a little more, again, traditional. So this will just be the piece that goes over it. And I'm going to do a little special twist on the front of the box, and we'll do that in a minute. But for now, let's just get these pieces cut out, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm going to do at the front is do a little shaker. So I just have a piece of acetate here, and you can line it up however you like. I'm just going to line it up to the bottom here. And you can also just take your die and run it through, of course. But I'm just going to take this and trim that down along the edge. You can use that same outer die. It'll do the same thing for you. And faster. So let me trim that down. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to take some of the glue, and I'm just going to do the outer edge on this one. And just down here in the center, of course, hold that down, and I see one little piece that needs to pop out. Okay. And I'm just going to hold that down carefully. I'll wait for this to dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's bring this little guy back, and I'm just going to, again, put glue on the back of my hand, kind of lay it down a little bit. I do want to make sure the edges have that glue. It's not too delicate, this one, that you can't just do that yourself, but I just put a little glue on there like that, just to help out. Don't want to get glue all over my hands. And I'll place that here. I'll do the same thing for the opposite side. And same thing for this top piece. So I just put as much glue as I can. Tap, 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 and put it up here. And when I come back, those three pieces will be adhered. Okay, so I was kind of holding this inside. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Okay, so last thing. So this is going to be a little bit trickier because of what I've decided to do here as far as making a little bit of a shaker. But I do have some strips here left over from another project I had cut thin. So I'm just going to start with those, and then if I need more, I'll add more. But we're basically just going to put some very thin foam right in here. And of course you don't want to leave any gaps. But if you recall, the way I did this when I do thin foam is I would go ahead and apply on here, and then I cut it in half. And sometimes I'll cut it in half first and then apply it, so it just depends. But not too bad. Now I'm going to use a thicker like sequence, so I know it's not going to come out. I do have a tiny gap right here, but that's not going to be a problem. If you are using glitter, like a very fine glitter, you need to make sure every single gap is closed up, okay? And so in my kit, I got 2 ultra fine glitters, and I'm going to trim a little bit of this white excess here. And so a lot of times fine glitter will really stick to your acetate, so you can do that. It's fine. I did it on my last video and it works out, but these are both very ultra fine, and so what I'm going to do is use a different glitter that I already have in my stash here, but this is from the Let It Snow collection, and I think it'll look really pretty. You know what, the purple would look really pretty. I was going to use the white one. It's kind of a pearly white sequence, so I thought that might be pretty. So we're going to have to do this in a smart way. Look how much stuck to the carrier. I'm going to get this ready. Ugh, here we go. Let me pick off all these pieces off the back and I'll be right back. This is sticky and ready to go. This guy's right here. What I'm going to do is kind of put something to help me hold it up a little bit. Just to kind of make it flat. And we're going to take some of these sequins. That's probably, maybe a little bit more. And I'm gonna eyeball this before I really stick it down, just making sure it's about where I want it to be. And right there. Aw, now we have the little shaker portion of that. So cute. And again, it's just that little white and it really pops. Okay, so there's a few other things that we can do to finish off. So this is just your basic. Again, if you want to decorate the back too, you would do that. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. Okay. We still have some other items here that we can play with. So this little guy right here makes like a tag that's an oval shape, and here we have a circular one, and these little guys will nest in there. So if you're wondering like what, like this one, at first I thought, I'm like, oh, what was that for? It's because you can nest it in here and have just a prettier, kind of more, just a nicer little tag, right? And then we have, let's see, I think the words were peace, joy, hope, I believe. Nope. Love and Noel. Sorry. So maybe I'll use Noel. I always like that one. And what I'm going to do is cut it out with some of the extra red pieces I have. You know, I always save all the little pieces, so we have all this here left over. So this will cut out very easily from one of these guys. I'm trying to see if it nests together. Okay, these are going to be too small to nest together, so I'm going to cut out that first. And I'll be right back to show you how I'll line up the rest of it. But I'm just going to trim this off, cut that piece out, and I'll be right back. I'll close up a little bit just so you can kind of see what happens. So this word cuts into your paper. It does not remove itself, right? So what's really nice about that is that if you wanted to, you could have cut it out in there. Just nestle it in there. Let me just make sure. Like that part's not super important right now. Okay, let me put this back. Where was it? Over here. And then this little guy, I'm just going to take this little guy and basically eyeball that. And I think that's pretty centered. Looking through the back real quick. About there. We'll hope that works, and I'm going to run that through and I'll be right back. Okay, so there's that. I almost had it a little bit off, but that's okay. And again, I'll stick this down by putting some glue on the back of my hand. And then you would do the same thing for your little tag. If you want to cut out, you know, the circle and then nestle something in there, or the oval one and nestle something in there. Very cute. Again, you can layer them up. You can do the red in the back again, just like we did, so it echoes this, and then the gold topper. Stick it together. You have your stamps that have the to and from. If you're going to do that, you're going to use a StazOn, or you're going to use a different paper that's more amenable to stamping, right? So I'm just going to stick that on there and stick that right here. So thanks so much, Tonic, for sending this item for my review. You guys, I'll have the links in the description box. Again, they have a one-off where you can just pick up this one box. You have a monthly subscription, which obviously saves you a little bit of money there from the one-off price. And then they have a quarterly subscription that saves you money from both of the other options and also in shipping. So, and then also once you join the club, you get 10% off your orders on, on Tonic. So I will have the links in the description box. I do want to mention how you're going to use it. I was just thinking about that because obviously on the top it's very tight. So if you're going to do something thicker than like a gift card that you're going to put in there, obviously when the person gets it, they can squeeze it. I don't want to do that right now because I think it's going to make like a mark on it. It might pop it open. And obviously it's a gift packaging, so it's not something that's going to last forever, but it's very pretty. But I do not want to, you know, as you can see as I squeeze it, it pops open. And you can keep doing that. Or if you're going to put like candies in it, what I would do is seal up both sides, leave the bottom open, put your candies in, and then go ahead and seal up the bottom, okay? So just giving you that tip because I was thinking about it. I'm like, you guys might be wondering, well, how do you get into it? So that's how I would do it. So if it's a gift card, maybe I would build it up and then slide it in there. But if it's, you know, something that's more sizable, I would seal the sides, leave the bottom open, put your candies in, put your little treat in, or you know, slippers or something, little socks or whatever it is, and then close up the bottom. All right, guys. And real quick before I go, let me show you really quickly how these Aqua Shimmers work. So for this project, I didn't need to use it, but let me open this up just to show you what that can do. And of course, you want to open this up, take that out. And this one is the color, I think I got it. It looks like it's done turning. What is the color of this one? Blush Rosette. Okay, yeah. I was just turning it. It was turning the cap. Really pretty, really sizable and nice feeling. And I grabbed a piece of paper. I've done other videos where I've used the embellishment mousses, and you can use that in different ways. You can use it with a spatula, you can spread it through some stencils, you can brush it through stencils, you can watercolor with it. There's lots of stuff and lots of ways you can use this, but I have other videos with that, and you know, this project again didn't call for it, so I did not use it. But what I'm doing right now is just squeezing this, and hopefully you can kind of see that there's some color coming through here. So we're just going to wait for that to come to the tip. Oop, see? And so that actually leads me to the next point. Whenever you're working with a brush pen like this, you want to just get it going away from your projects. If you're on top of your project getting it going, or even trying to get it going from the last time you used it, you definitely want to do that somewhere else. Look how shimmery and pretty that is. I'm not going to squeeze it anymore because that's plenty, but really pretty. So you can add a little shimmer, you know, the little roses from the last kit, that would be really cute. The shabby roses, you cut them out on your white paper and add some shimmer to them, and then go ahead and make them into your roses, or just add a little something to the tips of it. You know, lots you can do with these guys. Really pretty. I suppose you can even do your lettering. So really nice. Beautiful effect. And then we already use our glitter drops before, and that's always lovely. So all right, guys, thanks for watching. Links in the description box, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.